Right now, you're 72 hours away from a crisis. Not because of war, not because of disaster, but because your lights might go out. And when they do, most people won't make it past day 3. The water runs dry, the food spoils, and panic sets in faster than you can imagine. Today, I'm walking you through exactly what happens during a week-long blackout, day by day, hour by hour. You'll learn the critical mistakes that get people killed, the resources that actually matter, and the survival strategies that work when everything else fails. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to survive 7 days of total darkness, without generators, without solar panels, without any external power. Welcome to Food Decider, where we cut through the noise and give you real, actionable survival knowledge. If you value being prepared for whatever life throws at you, hit that like button and subscribe, because this information could save your life. Let's start with the moment the lights go out. You hear a click, the hum of your refrigerator stops, your screen goes dark, and in that instant, your entire way of life changes. Most people assume the power will come back on in a few hours. They're wrong, and that assumption costs them everything. The first 24 hours are about triage. You don't know how long this will last, so you have to assume the worst. Your number one priority, before anything else, is water. If you live in a city, your municipal supply might last a bit longer than those relying on well pumps, which stop working the second the electricity dies. But regardless of where you are, you need to fill every single container you can find with drinkable water, right now, immediately. Grab every pot, every pitcher, every empty bottle, fill them all, then fill your bathtubs. Not for drinking, but for washing dishes and flushing toilets. Because yes, your toilet only flushes once without water pressure. After that, you're improvising. While you're securing water, dig out your purification supplies. Life straws, iodine tablets, whatever you've got. Get them out of storage and keep them accessible. You don't want to be searching for these in the dark on day 3. Next, deal with your food. A closed refrigerator keeps food safe for about 4 hours. Your freezer can last 24 to 48 hours if you don't open it. But here's what most people get wrong. They try to preserve everything. Don't. Start cooking your perishables immediately. That meat, that fish, those dairy products, cook them now. Eat well, and maintain your energy and morale while you still can. Use coolers with ice packs to extend what you can, but accept that some food will be lost. That's the reality. As daylight fades, gather every flashlight, every headlamp, every battery you own. Replace dead batteries and stage these lighting devices in accessible locations throughout your home. One by the door, one by your bed, one in your central living area. You don't want to be stumbling in the dark searching for a flashlight when you need it most. Your phone becomes a precious resource. Disable Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and every unnecessary app. Use airplane mode whenever you're not actively making calls. Stop scrolling social media. Stop checking the news every 5 minutes. Conserve that battery like your life depends on it, because it might. Sanitation and security round out day 1. Lock your doors and windows early. The first day is when you're most clear-headed and comfortable. Use this mental clarity to set up everything you'll need for the days ahead. Security isn't paranoia, it's common sense. When resources become scarce, people become desperate, and desperate people do things they wouldn't normally do. Day 2 is about consolidation. By now, your refrigerated food is either cooked or spoiled. Turn your attention to the freezer and pantry. Take actual inventory, don't guess. Write down what you have. Canned goods, rice, beans, MREs. Calculate how long it will realistically last. Most people overestimate their supplies by 300%. Don't be one of them. Move all your essential items to one central room. Blankets, candles, headlamps, radios, first aid supplies. This becomes your command center, your hub for day and night activities. It's easier to manage resources when they're all in one place, and it's more efficient for heating or cooling, depending on the season. Check in with family and friends, but keep it brief. Cell towers have limited backup power, maybe 24 to 48 hours if you're lucky. Don't waste battery on long conversations or social media updates about the outage. Emergency services are likely overwhelmed. Don't call them unless it's truly life-threatening. If conditions seem safe, consider venturing out to assess the situation. Check if nearby areas have power. Look for visible damage. But understand this, leaving your home makes you a target. You're visible, you're vulnerable, and you're advertising that you might have resources worth taking. Maintain situational awareness at all times. If you receive credible information that this isn't just a simple power outage, if there's evidence of a larger crisis, escalate your security immediately. Fortify entry points. Arm yourself if you're able. Prepare to defend your property and loved ones. Hope for the best, but plan for the worst. Day 3 is when the grind begins. Your response now depends heavily on the season and your location. In winter, staying warm becomes your primary concern. Layer clothing, use blankets, seal off rooms you're not using. In summer, it's all about hydration and avoiding heat-related illness. Drink water constantly. Stay in the coolest part of your home and limit physical activity during peak heat hours. Energy conservation becomes strict. Use flashlights and radios sparingly. Remember, radios consume the most power when transmitting, so if you have two-way radios, keep transmissions short and necessary.
Every battery you drain is one less resource you have. Assign chores to everyone in your household. Organization prevents chaos. Someone manages food inventory. Someone handles water purification. Someone maintains security. Someone keeps the living space clean. These aren't optional. They're survival tasks that keep everyone focused and functional. Speaking of cleanliness, this is when you need to maintain it most. Sweep floors to prevent injuries from debris. Wipe down surfaces. Clean out that now empty refrigerator before it becomes a mold factory. Accidents and illnesses compound quickly in survival situations, and prevention is always easier than treatment. Day 3 is also a good time to rest. Take a brief mental and physical break. The week ahead will be demanding, and you'll need your strength. Sleep while you can. Recover while conditions are still relatively stable, because day 4 is when things start to deteriorate. By day 4, most of your food is gone or running low. Stop using your phone as a flashlight. It's a waste of precious battery. If you have a vehicle and enough fuel, you can use it to charge devices, but only if you're confident you won't need that fuel for evacuation. Every decision now involves trade-offs. Seek out reliable information about the outage. What caused it? Is there an estimated restoration time? But here's the critical mindset shift. Don't assume help is coming. Emergency services might be overwhelmed or non-functional. You need to be prepared to self-rescue. Your survival is your responsibility, no one else's. Check your fuel supplies. Propane tanks, gasoline cans, camp stove canisters. Use fuel only for essential tasks, like boiling water or cooking food that can't be eaten cold. If you have a fire pit or outdoor cooking area, use that. Cook over coals rather than open flames. It's more efficient and conserves fuel. Day 5 is when sanitation becomes your biggest threat. Remove all garbage from your home. Trash attracts pests and creates health hazards. With toilets no longer functional, city dwellers need to improvise. Buckets with plastic bags, makeshift latrines, whatever works. Rural residents have more options. You can dig slit latrines away from your home and water sources. Poor sanitation is a leading cause of death in real-world disasters. It's not dramatic, but it's deadly. Disease spreads fast when hygiene fails. Keep your bedding as clean as possible by airing it out on a clothesline or outdoor area. Even if you can't wash sheets, fresh air helps prevent mold and bacteria buildup. Dirty bedding isn't just uncomfortable, it's a genuine health risk. This is also when psychological stress peaks. You're tired, you're probably hungry, and the novelty of the situation has completely worn off. Stay focused on your tasks, maintain your routines. Discipline prevents despair. Day 6 is decision time. If the situation is deteriorating, prepare to leave. Stage your bug-out gear near your exit. Have a plan for where you're going and what route you'll take. Don't wait until you're forced to evacuate under crisis conditions. Be ready to move on your terms. Your neighbors are feeling the same pressures you are. Hunger and desperation affect everyone, even people you've known for years. Even friendly neighbors may come seeking food. You have to make hard choices about whether to share, barter, or refuse. Consider trading items you have in excess for things you need. Batteries for food, tools for water purification supplies, but never reveal the full extent of your resources. Conduct regular patrols around your property. Look for signs of human activity, footprints, disturbed areas, anything unusual. Implement security measures appropriate to the threat level. Stay vigilant for new dangers, whether from people looking to take what you have or environmental hazards that have gone unaddressed. Day 6 is also when doubt creeps in. You second-guess your decisions. You wonder if you should have done things differently. Trust your plan. Trust your judgment. Trust your team. Stay focused and adaptable. The plan won't be perfect, but it's better than no plan at all. Day 7 marks a fundamental transition. You're no longer waiting for the lights to come back on. You're in survival mode for the long haul. Water remains your absolute top priority. If you don't have rain catchment systems, improvise with tarps and buckets. Position them to collect rainfall and funnel it into clean containers. Rural residents can collect water from ponds or streams, but always approach water sources with security in mind. These locations attract other people, and people are unpredictable when they're desperate. Always purify collected water. Boil it, treat it with iodine, or filter it. Waterborne illness will kill you just as surely as dehydration. Your pantry supplies are likely exhausted by now. Urban dwellers may need to scavenge, check abandoned homes, stores, or distribution centers, but understand the legal and safety risks. Rural residents have more options for hunting and fishing. Small game hunting with a .22 caliber rifle is more reliable than bows or traps, which require skill and time most people don't have. Fishing is viable if you can do it safely and you're near water sources. If you have any produce left, save the seeds. This might seem premature, but if this outage continues indefinitely, those seeds represent future food security. Dry them properly and store them in a cool, dark place. By day 7, your entire mindset has shifted. You're no longer thinking in days, you're planning weeks ahead. Establish routines for water collection, food gathering, and security patrols. Protect your resources because unprepared people pose the greatest threat to your survival. They're desperate, they're hungry, and they will take what they need if given the opportunity. So, what have we learned?
Preparedness isn't just about surviving disasters, it's about living with confidence and resilience. The best time to prepare was yesterday. The second best time is today. Whether you're facing a week-long blackout or something more severe, the principles remain the same. Secure water first, always. Manage your food strategically. Maintain sanitation to prevent disease. Conserve energy ruthlessly. And protect yourself and your loved ones without hesitation. No plan survives contact with reality unchanged. You have to adapt to the situation, work with your community when it makes sense, and stay flexible. Barter when you can. Share information carefully. Support each other when possible, but never at the expense of your own survival. Security is paramount, especially as resources dwindle and desperation grows. Be vigilant, trust your instincts, and don't hesitate to take action to protect yourself and your family. This isn't fear-mongering, it's reality. When systems fail, people revert to survival mode, and not everyone handles it well. A week without power is a true test of preparedness, resourcefulness, and resilience. By following this day-by-day approach, you can navigate the challenges of extended outages and emerge stronger on the other side. Remember, preparedness is a lifestyle, not a one-time event. Start building your skills, your supplies, and your mindset today. If this video opened your eyes to what real survival looks like, make sure you're subscribed to Food Decider for more no-nonsense preparedness content. Hit that like button if you found this valuable, and drop a comment below. Tell me, what's your biggest concern about surviving a power outage? What are you preparing for right now? Let's build a community of people who are ready for whatever comes next. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember, the best time to prepare was yesterday, but the second best time is today.